Hello everyone. So today I just want to show you a few different ways that you can strengthen your back. And this is important because having a stronger back can allow you to maintain good posture throughout the day. And it can also help with flexibility because having a stronger back allows you to get into deeper stretches more safely. And before we get started, I just want to remind everyone that I am not a doctor or a physical therapist, and if you have any concerns about your health, it's always best to speak with a medical professional. Also, if you do decide to follow along with anything I demonstrate here today, just make sure that you go slow, and if anything hurts, stop. Okay, so the first one I'd like to demonstrate is an exercise that a personal trainer showed me once, and I think it's a great way to build strength as well as mobility in the upper back. So you always want to start in the best posture you have available to you. So in standing, you want to make sure that you have even pressure on the four corners of your feet, slight bend in the knee, push down through your feet with your hips and glutes, engage the core, pull your shoulders back and down. And if you want to see more detail on any of those movements, check out my mountain pose video, where I go over all of that in much greater detail than what I just showed. Okay, so now that you're in good posture, you can start the exercise. So clasp your hands in front of you, and then just push them away from your chest like this. And you don't want to round as you push like this. You want to maintain a straight back as you push. And right now, I feel like the muscles in my back are engaged a bit for the pushing motion, and then I also feel a stretch in the upper shoulder area right about here. Okay, so this is part one. Next, you want to lead with your elbows and pull them down and back. And then once you get to about here, you want to think about squeezing your shoulder blades together and sort of puffing out your chest. And right now, I feel the muscles in my upper back are really engaged. And I also feel a bit of a stretch through my chest. Next, I like to match this with my breathing. So exhale as I push forward. And then inhale as I pull back. So exhale, inhale. And especially if you're just starting out, that one is such a great exercise because it's a really gentle way to start to build some strength and mobility in your upper back. Okay, so the next one that I'd like to demonstrate is called Bird Dog, and this one comes from yoga. So you start on all fours like this, and in this position, you want to press down through the palms of your hands and the top of your feet. Not a whole lot, but just enough that your arms and your legs start to become engaged a little bit. You also don't want to rest on your shoulders like this. You really want to push the mat away from you and try to get your chest as far away from the mat as you can without rounding your back like this. So you keep a straight back, and then you raise an opposite arm and leg. And when you do this, a lot of people have a tendency to kind of collapse in the back like this because it makes it easier, but you really want to stay engaged through your core and back and keep a straight back through the whole exercise. You also want to engage your arm and your hand and fan out your fingers. You don't want your hand just laying limp in the air like this. You really want to engage through the whole arm and hand. And then same for the leg. Make sure your glute is engaged. Engage your whole leg and your foot. And then you want to reach your arm and leg away from each other like you're trying to lengthen out your back. And then just hold this for a few breaths until you get tired. And then do the other side. Okay, the next one I'd like to demonstrate is called Locust Pose, and this one also comes from yoga. And this is just a really straightforward and simple way to strengthen the entire backside of your body all at once. So you start laying on your stomach and then raise your arms and legs in the air and just try to get as much of your body off the mat as you can. So here's what it looks like. And this is a really challenging one. I get tired in that pose pretty quickly, so it's completely okay if you can only hold it for a couple of seconds and then you need to rest a while before you try again. All right, so those are some ways that you can strengthen your back in order to have better posture and get into some deeper stretches more safely. Thanks for watching, and if you found this helpful, don't forget to subscribe.